Hello YouTube, welcome to one of my videos. Today we're going to have a look at my custom hi-fi that has took me probably about 10 years to put together, and first video of it. We're going to start off over here. We have a Akai reel-to-reel player from the 70s. It's an X5000W, W meaning the wood case. It has it's a 3-speed model, 7.5, 3 3/4 and 1 7/8 inches per second. Haven't done anything with it really apart from clean it and put a belt in it, and it still works fine. Also has a 50 and 60 hertz release button in the middle, so you can take it to other countries. It has a multi-voltage switch on the back as well. It even has the original capstan adapter, so you can change the speed if you had it in a 115 volt setting. It has 2 3-track and stereo and 1 and 4 tracks, so you can just pick which one you want. I won't turn the music up too much because of copyright. I have a Audiotronics LR1200X stereo receiver, which goes pretty loud. Only has one output source, which goes to a 3-way box up there. Also have a Nakamichi cassette deck, which is sort of bog standard of their range, but it works pretty much what I need. Stop that, turn that off. It has all these type 1 to type 4 tape selector, Dolby noise reduction, a balance and a master for the recording level. I have a nice Technics graphics equalizer, which I got on eBay for about 250 quid, and there it is. It works pretty much quite well. It's an SH8044. It also has outputs on the back as well for more auxiliaries, which is always useful. In a hi-fi you can never have enough auxiliary RCA jacks. Above that we have an Akai CR800 8-track stereo player, which I better turn off. Here we have our 3-way switch for mini disc, 8-track and CD. Now the reel-to-reel player does have external speakers, but it's wired up, so it's on the line out. If we go a bit further along, we have a Tensai model TD8618 turntable with a Audio-Technica cartridge in there. It's mounted on a Sony head shell, and this is a very expensive turntable that I probably won't really want to replace unless it really goes wrong. Down here we have an ex-BBC mini disc deck. And it's got all the bells and whistles that you need. The only thing it doesn't have is the keyboard socket for editing the tracks, which I wish it did have, because that would make it quite useful, because you can just plug a normal keyboard into it and punch in the tracks then. The mini disc deck is a MDS JE510. Below there we have a Pioneer PD F607 file disc changer. I think it's a 25 disc changer. Just lift the little drawer and all the discs are in there. I added some LED lights in the back just to jazz it up a bit. It also supports CD text, which may or may not come on sometimes. I've forgotten which button it is, but a separate phone jack on that as well. I added some LED lights as well, just so I can see what I'm doing. I've got the original mini disc remote. I've got the Pioneer CD remote, which doesn't work, but I've got one just in case I see another one for sale and I know what it looks like. If we come back here again, we have inputs for a phono input, a built-in FM tuner, AM tuner, out focus, and an auxiliary. And it also has a a source switch for the tape, stereo mono switch, loudness switch, filter switch, and 1 and 2 speaker switches. Volume, balance, treble and bass are all on separate sliders there. If we go along here, we have my headphones and an original pair of left and right National Panasonic microphones, which are the slot type, which can be pulled out and are put with different parts of the recording area. So, but I leave them in there just to keep them safe. So there's a light under here as well, just to make it a bit easier, just to really showcase it, you know, because a lot of people have hi-fis and they just chuck them all together and they look a bit rubbish really, but I wanted to make it look as good as I possibly could. The speakers I use are Goodman's G-Mezzo 3 series. I've got 2 of those. I have also got, I can't find it. Yeah, there it is. I've also got a VU meter for the speakers there, or an audio power meter, but it only seems to work when you really pump some volume into it, and I don't want to turn it up because it's getting a bit late now. In the cupboard below I've got my records, mini discs, DVDs. I've even got in the back here original 8 tracks which have never been opened. Never been opened. And records, 45 RPM records, 78 RPM records, but I play them on a different record player because the one on this hi-fi only does 33 and 45. And over in this cupboard is just tat really. There's some CDs, some blank tapes, a suitcase with all my accessories in it, and I always find it useful to have a box of audio connectors that I can get to in case I have to adjust it. But adjusting it normally means pulling it all out, and it's a bit of a job really, so I try not to pull it unless I have to really. So yeah, I'll just zoom back out here so you can all see it. Yeah, so it's taken me a few years to get to this stage really, but there's some bits that I want to change. I want to change the 8-track player because that doesn't seem to play as well as it used to. Apart from that, it's all alright. I'm waiting for an 8-way selector box to come so I can plug in some more inputs. I have also got a Bluetooth input to go on there as well, but at the moment I can't physically fit it in because I've only got 3-way at the moment. So the reel-to-reel is absolutely amazing, it just works perfectly. I can just stop and then go the other way. So it's pretty responsive, and yeah, that's pretty much about it really. Thank you very much for watching.